All right, now let's talk about what is an API. So an API stands for Application Programming Interface, and it's a set of instructions that allows software to interact with another software. It is typically used to allow different programs to share data or functionality. It can also be used to expose functionality to external developers, such as allowing them to create new features for existing programs and whatnot. In general, it makes it possible for different pieces of software to work together, making it an essential part of modern programming. So on this page right here, you can go and learn like the different types of APIs, what is an endpoint, secure a REST API, how to create an API, testing and whatnot. But really, throughout this course, we're going to focus on some of these things, but I just want to introduce you to APIs. And more specific, I want to introduce you to REST APIs. So REST, or Representational State Transfer, is a way of accessing data that is becoming increasingly popular. So REST basically allows developers to access data in a variety of sources, making it possible to build applications that are more powerful and efficient. It defines a set of functions like get. So remember, you've learned about get, put, delete, and post that clients can use to access server data. Client and servers exchange this data using HTTP. The information or representation is delivered in one of several formats via HTTP. JSON, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation, and you've seen what it is, HTML, and others. However, JSON is the most popular data format that you will be using when working with REST APIs. Also, REST APIs are stateless, which means that servers do not have to save client data between requests. Client requests to the server are similar to URLs you type in your browser to visit a website. The response from the server is in plain data without the typical graphical rendering of a web page. So have a look here. We've done localhost 8080/grid name and then the query parameters in here, which you can also see right here, right? So this basically is a REST API. So we've got the client, which currently is Chrome, the web browser, and the server, which is running on my local machine, so our Spring Boot application. We made a request. That request went to the server, and then the server replied with this JSON object right here. So communication is happening through HTTP. And the HTTP verb that we used here is a GET request. So with browsers, you can only perform GET requests, and I'll show you how you can perform POST, PUT, and DELETE later on. But basically, this is a REST API that we are interacting with.